Welcome everyone, Simon here from the Wells of Wall Street. EnergyWeb Foundation, EWT, is our focus in this video. Guys, the last video we did, you may remember the angry face on the thumbnail. That was because of the exciting fun I was having, not being able to get EWT across to the staking pool because I got a new phone and then I had to wait 24 hours for KuCoin to readjust me into the crypto sphere. So I was very much sweating for that entire day because every time I looked at the staking pool's status, it was going up and up in percentage capacity, being filled up left, right, and center. And I think I managed to finally get my EWT into the staking pool on 92% fulfillment. So I was extremely happy to do that. I didn't pull all of my EWT over, but I thought I'd pull in enough to at least try and take some advantage of that and keep some buy because, who knows what will happen in the next 3 months. And my idea is to at least keep that in that staking for as long as possible. So the only way you can get into the staking pool right now is if people leave it, which is crazy. So at the moment, I think it's on a very healthy APY. After the 3-month booster period, it will go down to 21.79%, which I still think is very, very good. So looking forward to the development of that. But 2 days, guys, 2 days, 5 million, less than 2 days, sorry, 5 million EWT was staked with more than 2,500 unique DIDs. Very interesting. I don't know if we can maybe calculate that really quickly. My maths at this time of night is not great at the best of times in general, but I think that's very much suggesting on average. Is that right? I don't know if that's right. 2,000? Maybe I'll go that completely wrong. Someone correct me, who's good at maths. But yeah, in a nutshell, there's a good variety of people's amounts I'm sure they put in. I would like to have held more EWT over this period of time, but of course I've got a big portfolio, and the price is the price for EWT. It's very strong, but I have been accumulating as much as I could as and when I can, and I will continue to do so irrespective of staking. Now I've got some in staking. I'll continue to buy EWT, especially as it's under $10. Other bits of news here as well, which is phenomenal. Consortia Relay, so very much integrating with Polkadot, multi-chain network. So this is really good. The emphasis of EnergyWeb as its own relay chain is going to be absolutely phenomenal, not just in the energy sector, but for blockchain in general. I'm looking forward to the constant developments of EnergyWeb moving forward. And especially with the link up of Consortia. We've got a video on this coming out, I think, on Friday, to go into this in a bit more detail. But yeah, long short of the story, obviously being very good through Paratech as well on the Consortia relay chain. So really excited to see that. Like I said, on Friday we will go through that in more detail to emphasize that point. And finally here, before we go into the chart, very nice information here from KuCoin, where I think they did a mini AMA with the guys at EWT recently. So the CEO 2022 will be the first year where projects and communities with real world enterprise adoption break into the mainstream of crypto investing. I think that's absolutely true. I think, especially in the energy sector, and generally, people are going to be more and more interested in blockchain and more interested in crypto as well, not realizing it's not just about Bitcoin and other small cryptocurrency names, things like that. We're talking about the infrastructure of the fourth industrial revolution, in my opinion, and the energy sector is a huge part of that. We do a lot of great videos. Maybe look at the blocks one. We'll leave a link at the end of this one. We'll do the intro video as well of the EWT at the end of this one as well. But blocks move very interesting, interlacing loads of different projects, including the tokenomics within EWT. to really push that emphasis of energy saving, the automation, the transactional speeds, all of these great efficiencies that blockchain will bring to the table and enhance humanity, hopefully for the good, if it goes into the correct hands. But also the development of society, equality, efficiency, all of these great things. And that's why I'm a big believer in the blockchain space. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. But just to emphasize, look at that, 4.999999 million. I don't know how that works. Well, I can just fill it out properly, but never mind. So yeah, that's how much I've got in there. Not a gigantic amount, but enough for me to be happy in the sense that maybe just after 3 months of staking, we might just see a 1 EWT out of that. Who knows? And I believe that one day, maybe in 5 years' time, EWT will probably be $100. Might even do it this year. I still think, realistically, EWT could penetrate that $50 mark at the end of the bull run. Let us know what you think about that in the comments below, what your predictions are. But I think that's possible. But I do see EWT being absolutely huge in the future. Yeah, of course. I'd love to have more. I do have some on the exchange still. Like I said, I will be taking advantage of trade opportunities, and I will continue to buy EWT in any dip that I see. We'll go into the chart in a second, but I just wanted to show you where we were with the staking aspect. So very, very interested. The APY around currently 21.79. So interested to know what it goes to after 3 months. Although it did say on the tweet just a minute ago, after 3 months it would go down to this, but whatever. But this is what we're at. The maximum 50,000 EWT. Can you imagine holding that much? I mean, that's real early adoption. Unless you've got loads of money flying about and you're able to buy them at like $15 a piece, fair play. But I did what I could at the time and continue to do so. And I will not be unstaking that for some time. I might even leave it in there for a few years and see what happens. Let the money do the work for you, as they say, right? Who knows what the price of EWT could be in 5 and 10 years' time. But let's go into the chart, guys. Now we've reviewed that and we'll see where we are. For those that have not done so already, do subscribe to the channel. We cover a multitude of projects around various sectors. But EWT, guys, obviously one of our favorites here. We absolutely love the topic of EnergyWeb and others like Power, POWR, Power Ledger. And there's a multitude of other ones that we cover in the energy sector as well. But top line points here, of course, the staking opportunity. That's why we had the big fly-in of people trying to rush in getting that. That has tailed off, understandably. People have perhaps missed out. All I'll say is, of course, it's going to be profit taking, understandably. I've been doing that along the way as well. Very nice opportunities to bag up EWT. Like I said, anything under $10, in my opinion, for EWT is absolutely phenomenal. I was buying a lot of mine at $4 or $4.50. Absolutely brilliant. But for those out there that are even earlier than me, congratulations. But that for me was a real sweet spot to obtain so many. I was like, let's bag them, please. Give me a load of trolleys to fill up. And that's what I did. I sold a few up here around the $14, $15 mark. Didn't really do much riding, trading along the way here. And I haven't really done so either. I bought a few more just around here for the staking. And that was it. In fact, I think I bought all the staking ones around this period. I think all the ones I've originally got, well, it doesn't really matter which way around it is, but the amount I bought, the equivalent worth here, I stuck in to there. I think I was supposed to transfer 30 across, which is what I bought when I bought 30 EWT around here. But yeah, that's what I was supposed to transfer across, but for some reason it came out at 28 after fees or something. I can't remember. I maybe did it wrong. But whatever. And this is where we are right now. So very much testing these areas here, which is quite interesting because back here, and I really like this touch point. So around here in June, for the tail down, we've still got failures around that area and we dropped down like the rest of the markets did. And on the tail up, you can look at this resistance here and here. So really interesting key points. Something that we tried to achieve here in the tail up to take more, to have more intake in of volume, but failed. So we're really at these nice testing points along this area. I'm just going to drop this yellow line down if I can. mention that in a bit more detail. I'm just going to get rid of that and move that down here to what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this region here. So we're currently slightly under that, but I'm really interested in the touch points along the way at this level that we are proceeding at. And I'm just going to pull this fib retracement over not too dissimilar to where it was. So we're very much floating around this fib level of 968. Okay, so around 960. Very much stabilizing in that area. As you can see, we've had the drop down, the wicks down. Couldn't pull us back down further to this lower region of $9. So I'm really pleased to see that, because I think momentum could start kicking in again. And if we look at the histogram and also on the MACDs and on the RSIs, we're still in this bearish momentum. Okay, so we've had that really since these markers of 3rd December, irrespective of that staking mechanism. Like I said, people miss out and they perhaps haven't done research on the project to actually see what EWT is about or believe in the future of EWT like I do. And I think it's a bit of a mistake, really. I mean, obviously, if you're doing it for trading and profit taking and this, that, and the other, you probably did a good job. I'm not going to lie there. There's not financial advice or anything like that. But for me, personally, I will be holding and accumulating EWT as much as possible. I will not be selling EWT just to make the profit right now and move it somewhere else. I would be looking to buy more EWT. I will keep it in-house, as they say. So it's a bit disappointing to see that, but yeah, everyone has their own strategy and thoughts around that. But what I like as well is the tailing off of the volume on the overselling. Okay, so from these points here, the staking and people missing out, we're seeing the cool off and the narrowing at the MACD. Hopefully, if we can stabilize at this 950, 960 mark and try and push for that 10 and get some support mechanism just over that $10 mark, I think that's where we might start seeing a switch over on the MACD and volumes kicking in a more positive way. Not like this big giant run up. It takes a lot of big news for these kind of things to occur. But a gradual one is what I would love to see more so, because then you don't get the volatility. I mean, look at that smash through the MACD. I don't know if you can see that too much, because there we go. You can just about see it. It kind of like crossed over the earlier regions around end of November and then shot through. I didn't like that. I like to see a gradual narrowing and then a gradual switch over. So it looks like we're developing that aspect right now, because if you look here, it's testing the area, and very soon that will start touching and then we'll get a switch over. There's no doubt about it in my mind. And on the RSIs here as well, we've already had the lower regions around this 43 mark, very good buy opportunities. Even right now, again, not financial advice, but I'm more than comfortable to be buying it. As I said, anything under $10, but especially on the RSI on a 2 weekly, being still under 50 and particularly nearer the 40, it's a really good opportunity in my mind. And what I would also like to see, if I just pull that down a bit more, I don't know what's happened here, but I appear to have lost one of my lines here on the RSI. I've lost my 90-day. I don't know where it's gone. Oh, it's moved up here. What on earth are you doing up there? Come back. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, okay. I see what's happened. Okay, we'll just bear with this for now, guys. But yeah, the RSI 90 is doing absolutely weird things. I want to pull it back out down here because it shouldn't. Oh dear, what have you done to me? I'm just going to press undo several times until we move back to these levels. Here we go. So the 90 days still not showing a number. Oh, there it is. 50. My point being, guys, 50 being very nice stabilizing numbers on the longer term, in the mid-range, and closing in on the 14-day as well. So like I said, it's about stability now, getting that stability around this mark, hopefully over the $10 mark as soon as we can. And I think we can drive that. I think the RSI and the MACD and everything can switch over even more positively. We'll start seeing green on the histogram and putting EWT up beyond that $10. When that happens and we get stabilization there, it's going to be quite comfortable for us to move up into higher regions quite quickly, and in a nice staggered approach, in my opinion, getting back to that $11 mark. But for me, the key area really will be the testing of this 1130, 1140 mark, as we've had lots of resistance in various areas along the way at that 1150, 1110 mark. So we need to perhaps see that over the next week or so developing pushing us back up to that. But overall, like I said, EWT price point wise, yeah, if it obviously if it gets to like $50 or beyond, I will be taking profits for sure with the ones that are remaining in my exchange portfolio. But for me personally, in 5 years, 10 years time, you can just look forward to how tokenomics will work in the energy sector. Honestly, projects like this are going to be gigantic. And EWT's partnerships, we cover them a multitude of times in various different videos, who they're dealing with, various commissions, European commissions, and all this around the world. It's just the beginning. And I have no doubt in my mind, I'm sure at some point Elon Musk will get involved with the likes of EnergyWeb token. We've seen them involved heavily with the World Economic Forum. It's only a question of time before this becomes mainstream, before people get really hyped up about blockchain and how it's going to change the energy sector, how it's going to change how we charge our cars, how we move money around in energy trading and everything like this. EnergyWeb isn't just a blockchain, it's the revolution of the energy sector, in my opinion. But guys, we're going to wrap that up there. Let us know what your price prediction is for EWT. But for me personally, I think that we're going to get some stability around this area. Again, not financial advice, but it's a great opportunity to get EWT at these great prices. And we probably have another buy. We'll put a buy button maybe around 870, just in case there's a bit of a drop down. But the stabilization is really key right now in the next week or two to take us up to new heights that we haven't seen for some time in EWT. And hopefully, as the bull run continues, the bull run begins and then the momentum continues, we'll see EWT smash through its previous all-time high just over that $20 mark and into the stratosphere, pushing that $50 and beyond. I think we mentioned a video a while back saying about $70 could be the maximum. Still stick by that. But I very much would be extremely happy to see even $40 to $50 on an EWT in this coming run. Let us know what you're thinking below in the comments. We'll see you in the next EWT video. Bye bye.